E-commerce boomed during 2020, the year now made infamous by the coronavirus pandemic. COVID forced us to hunker down in our homes, and whether out of necessity or desire, we took to the internet to buy when we couldn't go to the stores. While e-commerce flourished, brick and mortar businesses suffered, and chiefly Black-owned businesses who saw 40% of their commerce wiped out. When she took stock of how the pandemic hit entrepreneurs in her community, our next guest used that newfound consumer enthusiasm for digital commerce. She used her e-commerce experience to launch the first ever Black virtual mall, designed to help other Black businesses get on the map. Alquincia Selolwane is the creator of the Black Virtual Mall, and I am so excited to talk to her about her venture this evening. Alquincia, thank you so much for joining us on Amplified. So first, please tell us all about the Black Virtual Mall. What is it, and what specifically motivated you to launch it?
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. So the Black Virtual Mall is one of a kind. It is a digital marketplace that is primarily and centered, focused around Black-owned businesses. And the difference in this marketplace and other digital marketplaces is the graphic user interface. So what I've done is taken the traditional things that we're very comfortable with in the mall and the settings that we're used to, and presented that in a very easy to navigate and intuitive way. So that has a few different and unique features, unlike most digital platforms or virtual malls prior, where we actually are the first to have an operating food court. So you can literally go to the food court and click onto the vendor, and then click onto Uber Eats or Grubhub and have the food delivered right to you. And we also are the first to have a movie theater where we feature free content, educational and informational content as well.
That is dope. I was just like, if y'all click through the website and just check it out. I mean, it's really pretty incredible what you've created here. You have extensive entrepreneurial experience, but you didn't actually start off in the digital space. What made you transition from the brick and mortar to the world of e-commerce?
Well, it was actually doing my own SWOT. So initially, I did, like most people, I wanted to start a business in a brick and mortar concept. And as I kind of reviewed the landscape in terms of the price of what it costs to get into a brick and mortar concept and the limitations on reach versus a digital environment, I decided to take my idea, which was my first idea, not my most successful idea at all, but I pivoted to an app. And I said, wow, I could have much greater reach, and the cost was significantly reduced. And so that sort of created my journey into the digital world. And so I got into apps, and then I became an app developer. And from there, it just always became a very solution-oriented thing for me. And I then began to create digital products, and just going through my own journey, I've been trying to introduce that concept to our people as much as possible.
So here at the Black News Channel, we love all things all Black. And what I love so much about the Black Virtual Mall is that it showcases products by Black people, for Black people, and any business in the mall must be 100% Black owned. And if there's more than one owner, the business must be at least 50% Black owned. So tell us about all the kinds of shops, because we got some range as Black folks. Tell us about the kind of shops that people will come across in the Black Virtual Mall.
Well, what I did too specifically is I wanted to make sure that I'm showcasing us in the diverse and the best light possible. So one of the things that we do is we do limit the amount of businesses, one, that are in the mall, because I want to focus on high visibility and exclusivity. So they're seen and they're shopped. That's number one. And then two, we have a pretty strict vetting process so that I can make sure there's not like an oversaturated area. But you're going to find everything from pet products to, of course, hair products, health products, wellness. One of our most popular is Black Survival Guide. He has a store that has everything that you need for survival. We have everything from baby clothes to shoes to, I mean, you name it, it's in there. I'm so proud to see when I get the applications, I'm so proud to see the innovation that we're doing. And we're just trying to make sure that we give them the best display possible. So you can get just about anything you want, really.
Yeah. So tell me, what has the response been from Black entrepreneurs that are hoping to get into the Black Virtual Mall? And what's the business opportunities? What have those been like?
Well, the response, I remember when I first launched it, people were like, wait, what? What do you mean it's a Black virtual mall? And so I showed them a few little screenshots of it just to give them an idea to help with the design. But believe it or not, I actually had approximately 145 tenants before the mall was even open. Before they even saw the real version of it, there were pre-sales. So it's been widely accepted. And then as it's grown in popularity, and of course, with all the new talk of the metaverse and all of the other digital landscapes, it's further now increased interest. And we have approximately 1,600 applicants now. And we bring
Wow.
we onboard once a month. So we're about to actually send out the acceptance letters tomorrow for the candidates for the 7th cohort.
Talk to us about some of the obstacles that Black entrepreneurs face when looking to open and keep their businesses in the digital space. We know the pitfalls of brick and mortar, but talk to us about what you're seeing with all of these companies.
Right. Well, largely, as I tell people all of the time, when they try to say, well, why do you have to focus on Black-owned business? Or why does it have to be Black, Black, Black? And I try to help them to understand the large and vast discrepancies between where we are. So, for example, a lot of people are discussing the 40% of Black-owned businesses that are closed. But there's another number that I don't really see people talking about, and that is the fact that out of all of the funding for the PPP, 83% of that went to white-owned businesses, but only 2% went to Black-owned businesses. That's enormous. Wow. And so we have not only those challenges presented to us when you think about the fact that on average of all businesses, 20% close in their first year. We can all understand that. But Black-owned businesses close 80% in the first 18 months. So we have challenges just understanding the norms of business, right? We don't get the capital. We don't get the startup investments. On average, businesses start up with about $106,000 on startup capital. We get about $34,000. So we already have the barriers to entry from one, capital, resources. But then for us, we've largely been the commerce. We've largely been on the market. So our families have talked about get a good job. The conversations of business are really just now starting to, I would say, become the norm in our households. So we're behind on regular business. When you add that extra layer of the digital environment onto that and everything you have to learn. So we have us, one, learning our craft, learning our product, learning the process. And now you have to learn marketing and digital marketing and SEO and all of these other things just to compete. And now, because of all of these other businesses that have entered the market because of COVID, you have a higher density of businesses. So it's even harder to stand out. So we have enormous challenges in this space.
Alquincia Selolwane, creator of the first ever Black-owned virtual mall. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on Amplified.